that's how you cut some grass. Hi everyone, Nick the gardener, and hope you're all having a good weekend. Come back. Let's get some grass clippings for the compost pile, and that's pretty much the last job I need to do this weekend. Right, now I can show you around the allotment. Hi everyone, Nick the gardener, and as you just saw me cutting the grass, I think you'll all agree it looks quite nice. Makes everything look a bit neat and tidier, gets rid of those dandelions that are coming through, holds the couch grass back a bit, and gives it extra bit of energy for your compost. So it's been a busy weekend. I've planted out 3 beds of brassicas so far, and I'll just go and have a quick look at those now. So here's a cauliflower bed, 3 different types of cauliflower, cheesy F1 all year round, and the Romanesco. Got a little space for one more over there, but put them in yesterday, and they survived the night okay. It was pretty cold, not as cold as the night before though, but they're looking okay anyway. Give them a bit of water, but when it rains that'll give them a real good watering in, and they should do really well there. So this garlic bed here, I had quite a few suggestions about the twisted growth on this garlic just down in here. I hope you can see it there okay, but it could be allium leaf miner. There is a hole in the leaf, which could mean that the flies laid a little larvae in there and it's crawling down, forming into a leaf miner, like little brown grubs. But I did have a twisted growth last year, and I remember because it was of the hardneck, when the hardneck tried to send up a scape, it got caught, and in the end they started growing bulbils out in the stem. So I'll try and find a clip of that in my old video and put it in here. So I've just cleaned up all the garlic, and it's not too bad actually. There's some small ones there, some half decent sized ones, so I'm quite happy with that. And this one, what I thought was rotten, I don't think it is that rotten, it's just gone a bit soft. But where it's split in the stem, I had these little garlic bulbils or whatever they are in there. So I don't know if it tried to send up a flower spike and couldn't, and it just ended up opening up just down there. I don't know, but is it worth planting these, see if they come on to grow for bulbs next year? I don't know. So I don't think it's leaf miner, although there does look like there's a hole in some of the leaves, so there could be some leaf miner in there, but I won't really find out until I come to harvest it. It didn't affect the garlic too much last year, so hopefully it won't affect it too much this year. In fact, I've just seen another little hole in the leaf here, but that could just be where it's bent over and snapped. Can't see no little sort of, you can see sometimes where it goes down, like burrowing down the leaf. But they're not looking too bad, I'm really happy with them. Just hope they keep growing nice and well, don't get any more rust. There's a bit of rust coming on them, but it's been so wet, it's not a surprise really. So this bed here has got the broccoli in, and this was the one net what did fit. I've noticed there's a little gap over there flapping, so we'll have to just pop a little brick over there or pin it down or something. And in fact I've noticed that the pole at the far end has come down, so I'll just go and pop that back in now. So these poles and these little connectors are okay if you can get it tight enough for it to hold it all in. I don't know, can you, am I got that in camera? No. So I'll poke that hole in there and try and get this bit in there okay. That one's coming out now. Try and give them all a good squeeze so you can't even see it. Well, that's got that in okay again then. So hopefully, if you can get the net nice and tight, it kind of holds it all together. But yeah, that's the only cage what I'm 100% happy with. It's got all the correct poles, the right size, and the net actually fits. So I was glad I did net these potatoes, because it was really cold the other night, and all the volunteer potatoes all really got hit by the frost, but these are looking okay. I'll show you the ones that got hit by the frost. So as you can see on that one there, it's been completely hit by the frost, but I'm not too worried because don't really want all these potatoes to grow in here really. But if I get a crop off them, it's a bonus. But yeah, the beans are doing well, broad beans. I'm pretty sure all these home saved seeds for mine are the ones that have survived best. The shop bought ones which were in there, half of them died off. But I was watering them with the J-Down fertiliser, so they may have got too long, too big, and then got hit back by the frost a bit more than these ones which wasn't really fed. These are Bunyard's exhibition beans, and I'm probably going to keep some of them now actually. My mum's husband, they're his favourite, so it'd be a shame to rip them all out and not give him any. But the chard is still going pretty well over there. The onions in here, what Mike gave me, the Troy set, seem to be doing pretty well in there. There's a few little holes in the leaves here and there, so they may have got the allium leaf miner too. But like I say, I won't know until I start seeing some twisted growth, but they're looking pretty good in there at the moment. I'm very happy with them. So this little bed over here, just notice I'm going to probably have to pin this down as well here. It's got half a comfrey in and half a comfrey out. And this bed is full of the cabbages. And them red calibos in the middle, I'm really looking forward to seeing them grow because they look fantastic. I love the colour. But yeah, we're all looking pretty healthy. They survived last night okay. And like I said, I just really want a nice wet downpour just to make sure we're all bedded in okay. But this net is an absolute bodge. And yeah, it's just basically to stop the pigeons from getting in. I'm not too worried about cabbage white butterflies at the moment. But yeah, I might regret that statement at some point. But I have ordered some new nets and some new poles which are 1.2 metres long, because I actually run out of them. I've got plenty of the longer ones, but not so many of the short ones. So I've ordered a new net and some new poles and some more of these little connector blocks as well. So hopefully they'll arrive in the next week and I can get the net sorted out a bit better. Now this bed is going to be for swede, turnips, anything else I've got left over from the brassicas at the greenhouse. And another random chard there. It's still producing alright, it's not flowering yet. So I'll put these two big posts in here. This is where the beans are going to go eventually. And I'll be tying some string for them to climb up. I've got the little, I don't know if you can see that well, but I've got little wires in. And I've tightened up these little eyes to make it so it's quite nice and tight. And yeah, I've got, like I say, 3 types of beans to go in there. The peas in here, ever since I put them out, it's been really cold and windy and horrible. And yeah, these King Tut ones in the middle, you see the red bits on the leaves, they look quite sickly. They're not very green either. So I'm wondering if there's some sort of deficiency. There was the raspberries here before and it had lots and lots of wood chips in, and I'm wondering if the wood chips got incorporated into the soil too much. But the peas will be fixing nitrogen. I'm going to put the beans in next to them as well. And we'll just see how we do. I mean, the peas always started off really badly in here. They always get attacked by everything. But once they get past that initial attack, if they pull through, they normally do all right. And so far, this is the best amount of peas I've ever had at this amount of time after being planted. So I'm hopeful for a good crop. I've got some more at home, so they're all doing all right as well. So I should get some from them. Soft neck garlic here, like I say, it's doing all right. And one of the catastrophes are the strawberries. All those flowers pretty much, even though I netted them, have all got black eyes. Absolute gutted. I mean, there's a few in there which haven't, but it's strange because some of them have got black eyes and the ones next to them haven't. So like all the ones on the edge here, pretty much, I mean that one hasn't got a black eye, it might have just opened up this morning or something, but look, black eyes, black eyes. This clump here seems to have survived okay, but that one there has got a black eye and the one next to it hasn't. So I'm going to have to get in here. It's going to be cold again tonight, so I'm just going to leave it for now. But I'm going to have to get in here this week and pick off all those black-eyed flowers so that they can put some new flowers out. Because they ain't going to produce no strawberries. So I'm a bit gutted, really. Bit happy though how the plot's looking at the moment. It's the neatest it's ever been. I've tidied up all the leaf mould. I've consolidated it into one big ton bag, and that's just down by the shed. I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, it's quite a lot there. It's quite heavy, but I needed these containers soon, so I needed to get rid of the compost. In here is, oh, you see that this is compost side. Did you see that little centipede here? I saw one of these centipedes the other day. Man the Moose says they eat worms, and I kind of knew that, but there's two centipedes in England. There's that big fat one and then a little long thin red one, but it's possibly more. They're the two I know of. But I saw one of them and it had a baby worm in its mouth and it was running around with it. That's a soil food web for you. It'll eat the worms and poop them out, so I'm getting, you know, all different types of poops coming into my compost, not just worm poop. But that's just showing that the soil food web is working here. And I know it's a bit of a dog-eat-dog world, but that's life, unfortunately. And carrots are doing pretty well. I'm not as, you know, they're a bit thin in places, but I've got some. And I will need to sow some more of them soon. I keep saying that, but I always forget. Nightmare. Now this one is empty, this compost bin. I've filled this one up today. You just saw me stick some more grass in there. The temperature is already up to 110 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius. In fact, at the bottom it's a bit higher. You think I'm strange having 3 thermometers, but there's one for each one, but because the other two are empty, I've just got them all in there for now, so I don't lose them or tread on them or anything. But yeah, I've already filled up this one this year. And yeah, that was going thermophilic. It was just on the one, it was just going into the red this morning on 130, but I'd put so much grass clippings in it, I had to reincorporate it all, otherwise it would just go anaerobic, horrible and smelly. I was going to show inside the worm farm. Now, these are some little seedlings from the honesty I took out to save, so I'm going to pop these in the garden somewhere at some point. Just move them off for now. Let's have a little look in the worm farm. Oh, I've not really checked in here, see how the migration's going since the last time I filled it. There's a bit of grass clippings there, but yeah, the little mouse. See, there's still worms over here. I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can see that, that's all right. Yeah, there's still worms on this side. And let's have a little look in here and just see. Oh yeah, I'm just going to bring you over and show you that. Can you see all those worms just there? It's like a big fat worm ball. So there must be loads in here underneath all that. But yeah, I think they're finding their way over this side. So that will need topping up soon. Next time I come up I'll bring some kitchen scraps. But at least there's plenty of worms here, they're definitely finding it. So that's a good sign. I'll just pop you back down. Oh, let's spin you around. So yeah, just pop this back in. Don't want to get my hands too dirty or anything. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That means I'm going to get some castings in the next next couple of months hopefully. Right then. Oh yeah, so these are the potatoes here, which were volunteers, and I managed to plant in this container. They got hammered by the frost the other night, you can see. Last night I popped them down here, so they had a bit of a shelter, and they did okay. They survived a bit better. A lawnmower. So I've still not done anything with the shed. I put the worm farm over here. So this has got all the leaf mould in now, this big ton bag. And yeah, there is probably a good half a ton there. I know it's going to shrink down a bit, but I still think there's going to be about half a ton's worth of leaf mould there when I'm finished with it. So the old gooseberries have started to form now, and I'm going to have a bumper crop of gooseberries. Red currants, perhaps not so much, but they're starting to form now. Yeah, I've not got many on here really. I didn't cut them back or anything last year, so I don't know why I've not got so many. Maybe I should have cut them back. So yeah, there's not a massive amount coming on there really. There's at least 3 or 4 times as much as that last year, but I didn't put any compost on here this year. I did last year, so maybe that's the reason why. I'm not 100% sure. I've got a bit of comfrey here, which is self-seeded. It's a real nice colour, I love the comfrey. And the forget-me-nots over here, they're looking really nice. I do like the blue, but they do get everywhere. The seeds stick to you. Gloves them in every single one of my gardens. Your Brassicas looking nice, that pink one down there. Asparagus, doing well, it's all coming up now. Even these little ones along here, which were just seedlings, what I popped in. So there's one coming up just there, look, next to that snail shell. I've got quite a few spears coming up. Nothing through this middle bit yet, which is a bit surprising, because they're the biggest ones. So that one there is monster. But it's a bit of a shame just to pick one, and you ain't got nothing else with it, so I'm going to leave it, hopefully, because I want to have a meal of it. There's no point just having one every now and again, here and there. I think I've lost all the blossom off my plum tree. Cherry tree's surviving okay. Rhubarb's going mad, it's an absolute monster. I'm going to chop a chunk out and give it to Terry King. This little step over apple tree, now quite a few little apples on it this year. I think that's a russet. And the cauldron, which I filled up yesterday, and if you missed that video, it's the previous video to this, so you can watch it if you want. And this is where my single seed potato is going to go. Hopefully 8 Kens will be in there. And then I'm going to build another one, which is there. And then I've got another one to build just here for the other Kens, the Kenlets. So this beauty berry is coming back now strong. It's got leaf all over it, which is good. Hopefully get some berries off that. These autumn flowering raspberries have gone a bit yellow, possibly because I didn't cut them back all the way. But I'm not too worried about that. I'll just probably get an early crop off them, which is good. So yeah, these raspberries are all looking good. These are all summer ones. And then in here I've got a bit of comfrey from Mike from Sow Grow Eat. Awesome channel, check him out. Learn a lot from him, especially about composting and that. But yeah, he sent me this blocking 14, or bocking 14. It's comfrey what doesn't spread. So yeah, so that's a quick tour around the plot today, and yeah, I'm very happy with how the plot's going. I've had it 2 years now, and it's looking the best it's ever looked. I'm very happy with it. It's quite low maintenance now. I've got it to a point where all I've got to do really is make compost, stick that on, and that sorts out most problems, most weeds. You know, I don't have to water so much. It's all good. So yeah, next plan is get these beans in, and yeah, hopefully they're going to grow really well there. I've got some bush beans at home which I might put in, and hopefully if my parsnips germinate, they'll go in the middle down here. But once the peas get established and get up onto the little spiderweb configuration there, I will probably take that green wire away. Or, well, I'm not sure yet. I don't know if the pigeons will leave them alone once they get to a certain point. But yeah, thanks very much for watching. Have a good week next week, everyone, and please like, share and subscribe. Goodbye.